Hey guys, Tim from Word of Life. Wanted to come back on. I just got done doing a teaching video a few minutes ago, but wanted to check the news today. I must admit, I apologize. I've kind of let down on the news. Just been a lot of stuff going on, and but anyway, just wanted to hit a few of the high notes. First on the list, which is kind of disconcerting. It says the title of it is Dem, meaning Democrat, says Russian subs dangerously close to the U.S. Now let me click on that. I've already read through this, but have to excuse my dog here. Let me get in here. This is from Chris Murphy. He says Russian submarines have been pushing out to the very precipice of NATO ally waters. It says, I'm going to read a little bit of this. It says Russian President Vladimir Putin is deploying nuclear-armed submarines dangerously close to the United States and European allies, a Senate Democrat said following a trip to the Arctic Circle. Now, he does say no one is suggesting that Putin is contemplating a nuclear launch against a NATO country, but it's not clear how tethered to reality Putin is. People seem to a lot here lately. You deem him kind of I don't know. It's weird. Ever since he I believe he converted to Catholicism and is supposed to be a Christian, but he's doing some stuff that's it's not very Christian-like. We'll say that. But that's I think it's what they mean when they're talking about that. It's talking about being tethered to reality. So Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy told reporters Monday, and it should make us nervous that many of his submarines are starting to get dangerously close to the U.S. and our allies. Murphy made the comments while arguing that the U.S. Navy needs to pursue an aggressive plan to replace aging subs, which can thwart rival countries from gathering intelligence and maintaining the security of global shipping lanes. Now, this is just the stuff that we have for public consumption, okay? I believe that it's these subs they're talking about are not just older subs that we've used for years and years and years. I believe if they're subs that close to us and they can detect us, they have technology as well. I mean, stuff that goes, that's probably, oh good grief, let's see, maybe 20, 30 years ago, they had stuff that could go undetected. No telling what they have now. There's no telling what we have now. We get little snippets every now and again of people that's in the know of some of the technology that we possess, that we use on the military front and on the space warfare front. Yes, we do have in cases of space type warfare that no one is really aware of and not really sure. No, we have these rail guns that are mounted on these battleships, and they also apparently, and you'll see, you're seeing all these cats running around here. I know everybody's laughing now. Space-based weapons, space-based rail guns that can send a large rod at such a speed. I forget the amount of speed that they send it down, but it's incredible. But it has no explosives in it. But it's basically just imagine shooting a large iron bar from space at maybe almost 99.9 the speed of light, and when it strikes the earth, it's got such force. It's almost like the damage that would be caused by a thermonuclear weapon, just not with the radiation effects. So that is very disturbing. Talking about that. The world right now is, everybody has got their finger on the nuclear trigger, the weapon trigger, and everybody's talking about it, and everybody's nervous, and nobody knows who to trust, and The Illuminati is playing their game awful well. See, they see the world as their chessboard, and they're moving the chessboard, moving the pawns and all the other things exactly the way they want things to go. And I don't care if you don't believe in the Illuminati, or what do you want to call them, the elites, the one percenters, the rich people, whatever you want to call them. Look, let me tell you, George Washington mentioned the Illuminati in one of his writings, and said that they needed to be watched, and they were dangerous, and they should not be allowed to have any control whatsoever in the government. Okay, so our very first president mentioned by name the Illuminati and the elite that would eventually be causing some of the stuff that's causing right now. And guess the last president that mentioned, now he didn't mention them by name, but he mentioned everything around them. He mentioned everything about them but the name. You want to guess what president that was? John F. Kennedy. Everyone knows what happened to John F. Kennedy, right? Okay, enough said. So at any rate, I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. That's very disconcerting, because if worst case scenario, let's think about this for just a second. Suppose some of these subs, they have us looking one way, and they have these subs with the new type of technology that doesn't work using propellers and such. It uses some kind of a hydrodynamic drive or of some sort, or something like the movie for The Hunt for Red October, kind of along the same lines of that. Now see, that's 20, 30 years old, and the time the movie was made, that was probably 20 or 30 years old at that time as well, after the guy wrote the book, Tom Clancy. So we're looking one way, and in the other direction there are these subs with these drives that are parked right outside our coast, and when the shells start falling down, there's not going to be any time to retaliate. It'll be over. We're done. The U.S. is done. Scary? Yeah, it is. Think about that. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this, like I said, to some people's attention. Just pray about it. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for it. That we're almost, time for us to almost get or to get out of here, for the Lord to take us home. But who knows? It may take a actual type of war, whatever kind that it's going to be, to start fulfilling more and more of God's word. What better time in a time of war than the son of perdition, supposedly the man of sin, supposedly bring the peace, and and who's going to have an answer to all things, and the false prophet that's going to say, hey, this man really is God, and all this stuff. So we'll have to wait and see, and keep praying about it. It's a scary thing. You never know. You may are you saved? That's the most important question you need to ask yourself. If you're saved, then you don't have to worry about it. Doesn't matter if they drop a nuke right in the center of your living room. If you're saved, then you're going to be with the Lord Jesus, and that's our ultimate goal right there. Those of us that are saved is to be with our Lord. So keep that in prayer, and we'll see you in the next video. There may be a couple more things I may bring on, but this was probably first on the list that really grabbed my attention, and that I felt like I needed to report on. But anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.